All right, good afternoon. It is May 18th, 2021, and this looked like it was a range day up until about 10:30. Is that about 10:30? Let's see. And prices started to sell off, and we made this measured move down. So it was a downtrend day. Is that 10:30? Yeah, just about 10:30 is when this leg started. I don't think I missed anything in here. We'll see as we go back through it. But yeah, I mean, there were some good second entries again, just like yesterday. Some good second entries, and yeah, it was hard to play this range at times. Probably because it looked like a downtrend. Let's see. We have this leg down. We get a break. Looks like 2 legs down to a new low before it reverses. And then we just get sideways action. Another, yeah, just more sideways. And yeah, now prices, this turned out to be the top of a trend line, and prices have been playing that ever since. So this midline works really well. So maybe a lot of traders saw that, and that's why this sell-off started. And we hit that measured move, and now we're bouncing. So, but anyway, let's take a look at these trades. So let's see. I didn't see anything before the opening within our time frame of trading. Unfortunately, this you don't get. This isn't the high of the swing. It is a second entry short, though. So maybe you would go short here. This is a little after the opening, I think. But yeah, you don't get a good enough signal bar. So maybe you do want to go short here anyway. And that does end up being a good move. And then we get, it looks like it fails to touch the bottom of that trend channel, and we get a move out of it. So we get a break of this trend channel. And what turns out to be the midline is where prices bounce. And we get a first entry, failed second entry long right here. Gives you a good move off of this. This confirms this downward trend line. And then if you want to go short here, I mean, that's just a first entry, but it's off the trend channel again. But again, this is not the high of the swing, so it's not according to the system. From this high, we get a first entry, failed second entry, short. So why did I mark this as aggressive? Because, yeah, it looks like we got a break of the channel. So that's why I marked that as aggressive. Channel could be a little flatter, but I think that's probably accurate. But if you're patient, we get right after that, you get a first entry, second entry short off the trend channel. And, yeah. And you do get a failed second entry long again right here, but it's kind of a neutral bar, so I didn't mark that. And then prices bounce off what turned out to be the greater trend channel for the day. So like I said, it looks like we got the break of this channel, 1 leg, 2 legs down before this reversal. First entry, second entry. I wouldn't be trying to go long here. This yellow line I have marked right here, this is the lows of the day. So maybe you're thinking it's a range day and you want to go long back into the range. But I just don't like it after prices have been trending down all night. First entry. Okay, and it looks like first entry, second entry, first entry, second entry. This kind of looks like both a first entry, second entry long and a failed second entry short. So I'm actually going to mark that, and I'm going to mark that blue. I'm going to mark it green because it's a little bit away from the EMA, but I do like that combination of factors in your favor. Here you just get a first entry right here, so you can't enter this after we get a break of that upward trend. That was really just a correction. So we get one leg, 2 legs of correction, and we start to go sideways. And let me make this bigger. Yeah, we just start going sideways. And if you want to take this second entry, it gets congestive right after that. Very congestive. This lasted a fairly long time. But we don't know it's about to get congestive. You'd probably back out of this trade, I don't know, after these 2 bars print, but it would have worked. And finally, prices break out of that range. They make a move down. And it looked like this was an important price level down here. As prices bounced right there, you get a little bounce right here in the middle of that leg, and then prices came all the way down to close to that right here. It looked like we might be getting a trend down at this point. It's hard to say, but I don't see how you can enter any of this. This is a first entry, second entry, but this isn't the high of the swing either. It is off the midline. So we have the midline of what I drew as this larger range. All right, I had an interruption. Sorry, I should have hid that that window over here too. So then I think really this is probably just prices are just ranging here. We don't really have this channel or this channel. You can see prices just on the upside and the downside of this EMA. And I don't see any entries I like really. Maybe if you went long here or something, or maybe short here on this double test, but it's hard to say. But then we start working down in this tight channel, and you get a first failed second entry long that I do like, with room to these lows. And that channel breaks, pulls back to the EMA, and we just create an even steeper channel. And you get first entry right here, traps longs, because we're so far from the EMA, people are probably picking bottoms. But we didn't quite make it to this measured leg, and you get this first, second entry. Only reason I marked it green is because of how far away it is from the EMA, but it's off the trend channel, and it's clearly a trap. So that traps a bunch of people, gets us down to the measured leg, and then we bounce, and it looks like we'll probably be making our way to the other side of the channel. But that's what I saw today. And yeah, if you stuck with the trend early, should have had a pretty good day. Other than that, it was difficult seeing this stuff. If you saw the midline, good for you, and that probably helped out big time, but I didn't see it until this swing right here. So hope you had a good day. I'll be back tomorrow.